Hello guys, welcome to today's class. So we're going to work on this chair today. Alright, like I used to say, let's hit the nail at the head. So first thing we need to do is to import this particular reference inside your scene. If you don't have this screen projection, so this is a software called Quadro. I know most of my students have this. Okay, so if you don't have it, then you can import it the way I'm going to do it now. Alright, very simple. To import this, what I'm going to do is to hit my space bar. Alright, so I'm going to import this reference from any of these from the front orthographic views. Don't ever try importing your reference from the perspective view. It's going to cover the whole area. Okay, let's try it. Let's try and import here. Let me show you what it looks like. So I'll go to view, alright, and go to image plane, import image, then search for where you save your file. Okay, I save my own on desktop, so you can see it here. I will click open. Now you can see I can rotate this, but the problem I'm having here is that this guy will cover the whole scene and I can't even move it or rotate it. Alright, so don't ever try importing from the perspective view. Alright, so this is the right way to do this. So let's get rid of this, okay, and import it rightfully. So what I'm going to do is to hit my space bar again. So you can see I'm going to import from here, alright, front view. So I'm going to go to view, import image plane, import image. Okay, then go to desktop where I save my file. You know where you saved yours. So I'm going to click on chair. Alright, so you can see my image here. So I'll click on open. So you can see it here. It has opened, and it's also automatically inside the perspective view. All right, very simple. So now what do we do? But I think it turned upside down, so we can use our rotation tool to readjust this. Okay, all right. So okay, so I think it's okay. Sorry, that's not okay. Yeah, so just rotate it and keep it the way. Let's scale it big again, and I'm gonna drop it here. All right, so that is it. So that's gonna be our reference. I'll drop it here. Okay, yeah, so you can align your own this way. All right, so I'm going to leave it here. I don't have any business. The only reason I'm importing this is to look at it and as a reference and design. But if you have this software, skin projection software called Quadro, or any of them, I can just project, click and drag it on it to project it on your screen. So now, and if you don't have it, fine and good, still import your images like this. So what do I do next? I'm going to start with cube. All right, and then scale it up. Are we together? So I'll drag this guy up here. So the first one I want to model is this. You can see the look at the shape, the top shapes, the black and the red one. So what I'm going to do first now is to right click and switch to fix and select. You can select the one after the other, shift select this and delete, or you can just mark quick select. You can see this and delete this particular region. So what I'm going to do next is right click here, maybe scale it up a bit to make it bolder. So all depends on what you want. And you guys might be asking, after deleting this, why is it that we have black color this area. Okay, you can see it. So it's because I have two particular major light. All right, when it comes to modeling your when it comes to your scene, okay, scene light. So it has two, which is your inner light and outer light. Okay, so we need to that's not bad if you can go, do you understand, this way. Okay, so but if you still want it to look like this, just all you need to do is just go to lightning and turn on these two satellites, so you can see what happened there. Very, 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 very simple. All right, now I've gotten the basic shape of this guy, but what do I do next? You can see when I zoom close, let me zoom close from here, you can see how curvy this particular side is. So we want to get something like that, and we can use an effect called bevel to do it, though you can still insert edge loops here and tweak it to give us this kind of shape, but it might not be really smooth. Okay, but if you take your time, it's going to give you a smooth in a curve. But I want to use an effect called bevel, which most of you know. If you don't understand how bevel works, you can go and watch my beginner's tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to right click here, switch to edge, click on this guy. All right, you can see the edge here, then go to edit mesh and click on bevel. Now when I click on bevel, you can see the effect of the bevel here. So you can see it, the effect on this guy is too much. So, and immediately you click on bevel, you see the bevel properties will pop up on your screen, right? You can click here to scale it up, or if you're okay with the same size, there's no problem. Now what I'm going to do now is to control this to give us something like this. So now, right now, like I said, the effect is too much. So what I'm going to do now is click on fraction. Either I drag it back. So if you are dragging it, to adjust it without holding control key, it might seem too fast. So, but if you hold down control, it will control the how fast it flows. So by then you get more accuracy. So look at this, you can see this now, and I can reduce this. Just hold down your control CTR, you hold it down and click on fraction and drag it up and down till you get exactly what you want. Now after this, we need more segment, which is your edge loops. We need more edge loops, but you can see this segment here. All right, so you hold down control again and drag it either forward or back, so depending on your own system settings. Now you can see that we've gotten something like this. I can also control this again. All right, now you can see this. Very good. So you can add more segment. Okay, all right, and let me add this fraction a bit. Okay, I think I'm okay with this now. All right, so what I'm going to do next, now when we look at our reference, you can see we have this curvy. You can see this, the top here is somehow curvy, rounded shape, and also this side, look at it here too, here. Okay, and this side. So we need to get that curve. Now to get the curve, we need an edge loop to get that curve. What do we do? Sorry, let me close the bevel, right click and object mode. Now what we do, right, what we can do is to insert edge loop, which we all know how to insert edge loop. So what I'm going to do now is go to mesh. Okay, insert edge loop, where is it? All right, insert edge loop. Now I want to show you guys something. Pay attention to this. I can click here, insert edge loop, add. Okay, but with this, what I'm going to add is only one edge loop, but I want to add 5 edge loop in one click. I don't want to waste my time, all right, adding edge loops. So, but I want to add the edge loop in one click. So what I'm going to do now is, let's undo this here and go to mesh tool again, click on this insert edge loop boss, and click on multi edge loops. You can see when you click activate this, you can see the number of edge loops will open. So here I will highlight this guy, either I delete it and type the amount of edge loop I want like 5 on one click. So I will click on it and make sure you, after this, you reset it. Otherwise, whenever you want to add edge loops, okay, it's going to automatically add same 5 edge loops. So anytime you do anything here, make sure you go back here and reset. So I'll go out of here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do next is to start, tweaking this to give us something of this rounded shape. So what we do, we select this guys. You can see we can select these guys and start dragging it down, but I don't want to. What I want to do is to work on both sides together. What I mean by that is I will select this, hold down my shift key and select this side too, and drag both of them down together. So if you like, you can do your own one. So but this is how I want to do mine. So you can see this now. You can just drag this guy up a bit. So, and I can also select this and shift select this to use my scaling tool and drag it inside. You can see. Now I'm going to repeat the same thing here. Select this, see the same thing, very simple. Select this, drag it back, select this guy and this guy. You can see, and also select this and this, shift, drag it. Okay. All right, use your scaling tool to compress it a bit. Okay. That's not bad. So I will right click and object mode. Now you can see that we've been able to get this basic shape. So what we do next, if your own is too long, you can as well right click, switch to vertex and select this, maybe move it forward a bit if that's what you want. So now it's time to add thickness to this. When we look at our reference, you can see that we have thickness here, but my own looks like a razor blade, so we need to add thickness somewhere here. So what we do, we use extrusion to do that. Extrude, very simple, very simple. So we will get the black one, this one first, then now from this guy we get the back one. What we do, we select this, hold down Ctrl E, or we can go to Date Mesh and click on extrude. When we click on extrude, you can see the extrude dialog box will pop out, the properties. So what we do, we only need to work on the thickness, maybe sometimes on the divisions, which is the edge loop. So here, what I'm going to do here is to hold down Control and click on thickness and drag it forward. So if you know the figure, you can see as you drag, you see the figure here. So if you know if you can just type a number of thickness you want, there's no problem. Just highlight it from here and type it. I can see this is 540. So let's say I want to increase it more. I can make it 1. You can see how thick it is, and I can click here. All right, reduce to make it 0.54600. All right, you can see this here. All right, so the same thing here. If you have any need to work on the offset, subdivision is to add more edge loop. I don't want to add edge loop from here, so I want to add it manually, but we can still add it here. That's no problem. It's no problem here. That we will press 3. All right, you can see that it will tighten it, but let me undo first. Press 1. I'm going to undo. So if you like, you can add it here, very simple. So let me right click and go back to object mode. Okay, so I want to add my edge loop manually so that I can be able to, I don't want too much, I don't like too much edge loops. The more the edge loops, the more the scene become heavy. So I like working with less amount of edge loops, okay, so that during rendering time, because if the scene is heavy, you're also going to add to your rendering time too. Okay, so now, and also during your wrapping, if you have too much edge loop, you're going to spend time selecting a particular edge loop that you want to cut out. So I know most of you might not really understand what I mean by UV, but as time goes on, I will make a tutorial about that. Okay, so Okay, so now let me just show, let's tighten up this side. Now reason why I'm tightening this is when I press 3, you can see that we lose our original shape. You can see it. 3 means you want to put this on smooth mode. Very important in modeling. Okay, so when I press 3, you can see, if you don't understand what this is all about, I mean the 3 mode, I can go back and watch my previous video. I think I talked about these things there. Okay, so now let's press 1 and tighten it up. So for us to press 3 and still retain the original shape, we need to tighten up the edges. So we need edge loop to do that. I'll click on insert edge loop. Now zoom close and in tight edge loop here. Insert edge loop here. Insert here. Are we together? Maybe I can add one more here. That's good. And when I'll press 3, right click, and you can see it here. You can see, very simple. Okay, we've gotten this guy here, which is the one in front, the red one. So we need the one at the back. So what do we do? Very simple. What I'm going to do is I will right click and switch to fix. Select these back areas. Very easy. Select these guys. Select this. Hold and shift. Keep selecting them. Okay. All right. So when you select, always make sure you check around and see if you selected or wanted area. Now this is the only area I want to I want to select, but look at this. I've mistakenly select the front side, which is not what I need. So make sure you check around before you apply any effect. So I'm going to hold and shift key, click on these guys to deselect them again. Okay guys, all right, so now what do I do next? I need to duplicate the fix. Very simple. Now we all know that duplicating somewhere, we just press Ctrl D, but this is not the type of duplicating I meant. So now the kind of duplicating I'm talking about is just the surface, duplicating a face from already existing mesh. Now this is example of it. Now you can see I've already selected this side. What I need to do now, hold and shift, right click, all right, then roll down, go down here. You will see this guy here, duplicate fix, duplicate. Then you release your mouse on top of it. Okay, let me repeat this again. To duplicate fix, right, hold down shift, right click, roll down here, where is it again? Okay, duplicate fix here, so you can see it. So release your mouse on top of it so you can see. All right, so it might seem as if nothing happened, but believe me, the shape is there. So I'm going to right click and move to object mode, then click outside. Now click here, you can see the fix, duplicated fix selected. But most cases, you might, when you click, you might mistakenly select the original shape. So just keep clicking there, you will see it. Okay, so you can see it here. Okay, all right, so this is it here. This is our boy and the duplicated face here. And I will Ctrl Z. You can see I can Ctrl 1 here. All right, so what I'm going to do is to repeat the same thing we did to add a thickness to this. What is that? By what? Extrusion. So how do we extrude again? Who or no? So then let's just extrude. So I'll go to how do I extrude again? Oh my god. Okay, so I'll click on extrude. You can see, and I will hold down Control again and drag it forward so we can get the thickness we want. I think this is okay. This is okay. Like I said, you can add your subdivision from here. I like adding manually to know exactly where I'm adding it to. So I'll right click, object mode, go back to insert edge loop and click here to tighten it up. Yeah, the reason why I'm clicking it, I'm trying to tighten the edge loop to this edge, so it's because so that when I press 3 to smooth it, all right, it will go too close or wrap around this the front one here. All right, so what we do again, let me Ctrl Z, add it again to tighten it up. Okay, so I'll add another one here. Okay, so I think we can add like 2 again in the middle. Yeah, so we press 3. Okay, now we can see it and select this one. We press 3 too. Okay, so we all can see our chair. We are heading there. Okay, so that's it. During texturing, we'll select this guy, give it another shade, change the color, select this another color and change the color and render it out. Okay, so next thing is the down part, which is the leg. Very interesting. What we do next? All right. Okay, what happened is, let's do this in the next video. So let me leave you guys to practice here. Okay, all right guys, see you in the next video. Take your time, practice. If you don't get it, watch the video again, rewind it. That's all. Thank you.